It's Friday, January 13th, and this is now on HNN.
We are two nations that share fundamental values. I couldn't agree with you more.
President Biden and Japan's Prime Minister meet to discuss China's growing power.
I'd be crystal clear. The United States is fully, thoroughly, completely committed to the alliance.
Their erratic behavior stretched from Hawaii to New England. Now star Ezra Miller gets sentenced for a home break-in.
Lisa Marie, Priscilla, I love you forever.
Tributes are pouring in following the death of Lisa Marie Presley. All these stories plus brand new video you've got to see from this month's eruption on Hawaii Island. That's coming up on This Is Now.
Good afternoon. Happy Aloha Friday. We begin with this news just in. Authorities are asking the public for help in tracking down a suspect accused of a sexual assault in waters off Waikiki Beach on Monday. Now, according to Honolulu Crime Stoppers, it happened around 5:30 p.m. when a man approached two sisters in the ocean in the water behind the Waikiki police substation. Authorities said he told them that there were turtles further out, and they held on to him as they all swam out together. And while guiding them, authorities say the man allegedly sexually assaulted the younger sister and then swam away. This is a sketch of that suspect. Police are asking anyone with any information who may have witnessed this to call Crime Stoppers. He's described as an Asian male in his 30s or 40s, standing between 5'4" and 5 feet 8 inches tall. Again, call Crime Stoppers with any information.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you for watching. This is Now. We have a lot of news to get to live here from the HNN Digital Center. Let's start with some news out of Washington. That's where President Biden has just met with the Prime Minister of Japan, really talking about a wide range of issues.
Yeah, this comes as they look to strengthen their bond and their allies in a time of provocation by China and North Korean military action. I spoke with our Washington correspondent Josh Rottenberg a short time ago about this and other news out of Washington.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dylan. Look, this was a really important meeting. This was Prime Minister Kishida's first visit to the United States since he took office in October of 2021, and it's significant because Japan is our most important ally in the Asian region. And also, Japan is the president of the G7, and so with the G7 coming up, the summit coming up in May in Hiroshima, this was really a precursor to that. But President Biden and the Prime Minister spoke about a number of different things. First and foremost, obviously, they talked about the economic policies of the G7, but they also talked about some of their adversaries. Obviously, North Korea and with some of the weapons of mass destruction that they have and the ballistic missiles. They talked about Russia and the war in Ukraine, and obviously China with the potential aggression against Taiwan. And President Biden really commended Japan for its national security strategy and its increase in its defense level spending. But at the same time, these two leaders are getting together at a time where they're both dealing with political fallout. Obviously, President Biden dealing with his classified documents case, and then the Prime Minister is dealing with a number of government officials that have resigned in recent months, and also his approval rating is very low at the moment. So both are hoping to get something politically out of this as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the Biden classified document scandal. What is the latest on that?
Yeah, so Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, she briefed this afternoon, and she said that the White House is still fully cooperating with the Department of Justice and the special counsel, but she did not say whether or not President Biden would sit down for an interview with the special counsel. She also talked about how the White House has, quote unquote, spoken when it's appropriate as far as informing the American people about what's going on here, because remember, we only learned about this after news reports surfaced this week. Meanwhile, the White House, at the very earliest, has known about this going back to November on the record. She also talked about how the White House was not given a heads up as far as an announcement on a special counsel. And she also herself said that she was not a part of any communication strategy to try to suppress any information from the American people. We also learned a little bit more about the initial investigation prior to the announcement of the special counsel. We know that multiple aides aides to the then Vice President, now President Joe Biden, were interviewed, and we're also learning about a couple of investigations that are already turning up. You have House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, who says that in the next 2 weeks he wants a number of communications going back between any potential violation of the Presidential Records Act, and then House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan wants to look into how the investigators are handling this, how the DOJ is handling this document situation versus Trump's document situation.
Thank you very much for that. And let's look now to the House of Representatives. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is raising some eyebrows over former President Trump. What did he say?
Yeah, so yesterday at a press conference, he was asked about potential expungement of Trump's impeachments. And he said that he understood why a number of his colleagues would bring this to his attention and that he would, quote unquote, look at it. Now, in the last Congress, there were 30 or so House Republicans that brought out a resolution that said that they would expunge the impeachment from the January 6th attack on the Capitol. And Conference Chair Elise Stefanik supported it. But remember, when Kevin McCarthy was House Minority Leader, he said that President Trump bared responsibility for the attack on the Capitol. But nonetheless, that could move forward if reintroduced here. And then also in the last Congress, there was a small group of Republicans that brought forth the potential expungement for Trump's impeachment when it came to withholding aid from Ukraine and potentially pressuring them to announce an investigation against his political rival, Joe Biden.
HNN's Washington correspondent Josh Rottenberg, thank you so much for joining us here today on This Is Now.
You got it.
Governor Josh Green is expected to announce today that the Air Force will turn over some 363 acres of land on Molokai to the Department of Hawaiian Home Lands. Now, this announcement is slated for 1 o'clock today. We'll be live streaming it on your HNN digital platforms. Today's announcement comes as DHHL faces increasing pressure to start using the historic $600 million in funding from the state legislature to provide more homes to Native Hawaiians. Right now, there are about 28,000 people on DHHL's years-long waiting list. Last month, DHHL finalized a spending plan that could generate more than 3,100 lots. But just this week, the department's new leader, Ikaika Anderson, revealed that some changes may need to be made without going into specifics. DHHL has until June of 2025 to spend the money.
Oh my God.
Now let's get to a first alert to a developing severe weather situation on the mainland. Rescuers right now are trying to find survivors in the aftermath of a tornado-spawning storm system that barreled across parts of Georgia and Alabama, killing at least 9 people and inflicting heavy damage on Selma, a flashpoint of the civil rights movement.
Lost everything that I own, but other than that, I've got my life.
Oh my God, this is the building beside us.
I can't describe it. Is it bad?
Star Ezra Miller pleaded guilty today to a charge stemming from a break-in and theft of alcohol at a neighbor's home in Vermont, one of a string of arrests and reports of erratic behavior from last year that stretched from Hawaii to New England. Miller, who appeared in several Justice League movies and stars in the upcoming film The Flash, agreed that by entering the plea and abiding by the conditions, they would avoid a 3-month jail sentence for a misdemeanor charge of unlawful trespass. Miller also has to pay a $500 fine and court fee. This, along with a year of probation and conditions including continued mental health treatment. Miller pleaded not guilty in October to stealing the liquor from the neighbor's home. State police responded to a burglary complaint in Stamford on May 1st and found that several bottles of alcohol had been taken while the homeowner was away. Miller was arrested twice last year on Hawaii Island, including for disorderly conduct and harassment at a karaoke bar. Turning now to the tragic death of Lisa Marie Presley. The only daughter of Elvis Presley passed away yesterday at the age of 54 after apparent cardiac arrest. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin has more on her life and legacy.
Lisa Marie Presley, the sole daughter of rock and roll icon Elvis Presley, passed away after suffering a cardiac arrest. Overnight, a representative for her mom confirming Presley's passing in a statement, writing she and the family are shocked and devastated by the tragic death of their beloved Lisa Marie. According to a sheriff's spokesperson, medics were able to find a pulse and transported her by ambulance to the hospital where she later died. Just 2 days earlier, Presley was at the Golden Globes, honoring the memory of her dad and cheering on rising star Austin Butler, who portrayed Elvis in Baz Luhrmann's musical biopic. Later that evening, Butler thanking Presley and her mom in his acceptance speech.
Lisa Marie Priscilla, I love you forever.
The shout-out bringing Presley to tears. Earlier, Presley appearing to be unsteady during an interview on the red carpet.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab your arm.
Yeah.
This past Sunday, Lisa Marie visited Graceland to help mark what would have been Elvis's 88th birthday.
I think that he would be proud. I think this year has been an incredible year. I think the movie was incredible, and I'm very proud of it.
Overnight fans and friends reacting to the loss. John Travolta writing, "I'm so sorry. I'll miss you, but I know I'll see you again." Lisa Marie, an artist in her own right, was born in 1968 to her mom Priscilla and her father Elvis. His untimely death in 1977 when she was just 9 years old, a defining moment that cast a long shadow over her entire life. A life marked by tragedy and addiction that often played out in the public eye. Lisa Marie Presley had 4 marriages, most famously to another pop icon, Michael Jackson. She was also briefly married to actor Nicolas Cage, before having 4 children with her 2 other husbands. Presley made multiple appearances on Today, including a performance on the Plaza back in 2003. In the past, Presley was vocal about her struggles, including her battle with addiction. In 2018, while touring Graceland, she told Arjena Bush Hager,
I hit bottom, below bottom. From where I was to it's pretty miraculous. I think that I've come this far.
Presley later admitting she was destroyed by the 2020 suicide of her 27-year-old son, Benjamin. Last August, to mark National Grief Awareness Day, the mother of 4 penned an emotional essay, writing, "It's a real choice to keep going, one that I have to make every single day, and one that is constantly challenging to say the least. But I keep going for my girls."
That was Aaron McLaughlin reporting for NBC News. Lisa Marie Presley, gone at the age of 54. The star had some connections to the islands. We have a story written up about that on your H&N digital platforms. But for now, we need to get to some new video just into our newsroom of some lava activity.
Yeah, shifting gears to Hawaii Island. Take a look at that. That is incredible. This new video is video of a lava fountain that the USGS says sent molten rock about 165 feet into the air back on January 5th. The video was just released, though. The fountain happened in an event that had just opened. So much lava came out that it sent a wave spreading out across the crater floor.
Incredible.
Absolutely powerful.
Yes, I could watch that all day.
Yeah.
But we can't. Got to take it now live to San Francisco. And right now, I just checked the weather there. 58 degrees on that overcast day. Often looks like that there in the Bay Area. Checked our weather. Right now, temperature 75. But what's it going to be like all weekend long? There's one person who knows. His name's Guy Hoggy.
Sure, 7-day forecast. We're going to have to deal with this kind of fog probably today as well as tomorrow for parts of the state with those variable winds. Trade winds come back, clean things out on Sunday. But keep in mind, we'll still see a fair bit of sunshine even though through the fog. And then those trade winds come back. We'll see a few more showers Tuesday and Wednesday.
Hey, let's get to some fun entertainment news you may want to know about. Actor and comedian Marlon Wayans is about to have a show at the Blue Note in Waikiki. He talked to our friends on Sunrise today.
Marlon, we're all fans here.
Yeah.
You come to Hawaii so much. Do you stay in a hotel? Do you have your own place? What's going on?
You trying to get me robbed? What's up?
And what's the address? Where are you?
Exactly.
I'll be around. Are you around? You the government? You trying to come get these taxes? What's going on, man? Why you got my location? First of all, I want to say I want to fight your weatherman. don't ever say it's really chilly at 65. I am from New York, where it is below like 20. I will fight you with a knife.
Hey, we're wearing socks with our slippers today, man.
Oh no, not that! No.
Did you come from somewhere?
I've never been to a place. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I just came from New York. It's
there you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
It's so cold, everybody's ugly. You walk around that face like this, like everything's ashy. You know it's cold in New York when the white folks is ashy. It's that. But I really love Hawaii. I come here, I make sure once a year I try to get over here. It's the most peaceful, beautiful place, and not just because I want to rob you of your weather and I want to rob you of your trees. And I never understood, like, okay, like when you're on the airplane and like, wait, are you smuggling fruit back to Los Angeles? And I thought that was the stupidest question. I'm like, no, I'm not smuggling fruit. Until I came here and I tasted the pineapple. I'm smuggling fruit back. Don't tell nobody. But I am smuggling me some Maui fruit back.
Don't tell anyone.
It's good stuff.
Reveal our secret.
It's good stuff.
And the people, I love Hawaii because I think y'all got some of the nicest, chillest people. It's like I think everything here smokes weed.
Yeah.
Dogs be like, I ain't gonna bark today.
Hey, Marlon, your entire family is hilarious. You guys are all so incredibly successful. But is there anybody that we don't know that you go to a party and you're like, dude, that guy's boring?
No, we got rid of him years ago. He died back in 2000. We offed him. We couldn't have him without name. I'm sorry, Dwayne. Rest your soul. Rest your soul. They got to be the hell for the unfunny. So rest your soul, brother.
So Marlon, aside from the show and lounging in that beautiful place that you're in, looks like, what else are you going to be doing that's that you like to do when you come to here in Hawaii?
I'm not a guy that goes, like, when I vacation. I'm not that guy. That's why I vacation by myself, because I don't want no girl going, let's go hiking. And after we go hiking, let's go swim with the dolphins. And after we swim with the dolphins, let's go fly into the volcano. And I'm like, you gonna do that. I'll be right here sleeping and getting black. Sure.
I like that too. That's not kind
what part of vacation don't you understand? Women will have you work and then wonder why you don't want to do it later. I am tired, woman.
Well, it's clearly going to be a lot of fun at the Blue Note.
Yeah. Marlon, we hope you have some fun, because we're going to have some fun when you come watch you. It's tonight and it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And there's 2 shows each night, I believe, 6:30 and 9. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have all the information about the shows on our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. Enjoy, bud. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure.
All right, beautiful, man. I love being here, and aloha.
Yeah, make sure to visit us often. We like having you here.
Come back. I will. I'll just call in for no reason.
Okay.
Anytime that white man says the word chili out his mouth, you tell him I'm calling in like, hold the hell up. That'd be good.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Well, that was hilarious.
Oh, gosh, these comedians are so funny.
Yeah, Blue Note's been getting some good acts.
Yeah, they sure have. Jonathan, what's the internet talking about today?
Well, I can tell you this. More soda changes. Yep, we're still talking
not
about
another
Pepsi.
one.
Yeah, Pepsi Zero. Sugar, well, they're changing it. So here's what they're saying they're doing. The beverage company says the new formula that has just been released has one thing I like, more caffeine and the revamped sweetener. Pepsi says taste testers called the flavor bolder and still more refreshing. Some Reddit users say it's sweeter with less of an unpleasant aftertaste, which is very important to me because I don't like those, diet sodas with that nasty aftertaste.
Have these soda companies not learned anything from the past? Once they change the formula, people get mad. Just saying. Just saying.
Coke too. Yeah.
Let's also a heads up for HBO Max users.
That's me.
For the first time, the price is increasing for HBO Max since its launch. Effective immediately, the ad-free streaming service costs just $1 more. That makes it about $16 a month, which is just a few cents more than the standard Netflix plan. The version of HBO Max that has ads will remain about $10 a month. The service launched in 2020 and released a plan with ads last year.
I didn't know they had the ad plan, but I wouldn't use it. I prefer to just pay a little bit more to not have it. I'm using HBO more and more and more. I find it's really becoming my dominant streaming source, especially for some of the classic HBO shows. Rewatching Sopranos right now for the second time in my life.
Yeah, they've got some good shows on there. I believe The Newsroom is on there, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
One of our favorites.
I haven't watched that in a long... That'd be my next rewatch.
Only 3 seasons, but it lasts. It's a very good show.
That's the kind of show I like. When it gets past 3.
Obviously, we work in news.
Yeah.
Also, some news out of Disney. Take a look at that. A new Princess and the Frog restaurant is coming to California's Disneyland Adventure Park this year. Tiana's Place, with its peach-colored walls and fancy green balconies, will be the newest restaurant on Anaheim's Orleans Street. The quick-service-style eatery will feature authentic New Orleans flavors with the pizzazz and flair of the restaurant from the film. I've actually never seen the film.
But I have Disney Plus, so I can watch it.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the Orleans section of Disneyland is my favorite.
Yes.
I've never been to New Orleans, but I must say, just the gumbo there, all the good stuff. Ooh, the Southern soul food. We love it.
I'm going for the first time this year in March, so I'll tell you
Never
what it's
been
like.
to Disneyland?
Never. New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland. Been to Disney World when I was a child. So
interesting.
Another place I can revisit.
Nice.
All right, let's talk about what's going on in Chinatown this weekend. The Lunar New Year celebrations underway, getting started. Let's check in with Casey Lund, who has all the info you need to know.
Aloha, Kanghi Fachoi from the Chinatown Cultural Plaza. This is the epicenter of the 2023 Lunar New Year celebration. We've got the Narcissus Court. Laura Ho and her princesses here. Such an important part of the celebration, and this is going to be a big celebration. It's the first time really full scale since the pandemic. We also have the Young Duck Lion Dance Association. Let's give it up for them, and we'll get the lion out here. Get started. I also, as they get going, want to introduce Shane Maihui. He is the chief instructor, chairman. Shane, thank you for being down here with us today. I want to ask you, for folks that maybe don't know, we can educate them. What's the significance of the lion dance?
Well, in Chinese culture, the lion as well as the dragon are auspicious animals believed from heaven. The lion, a soldier, to come down, chase away all bad spirits, bad luck, and to bring in good luck, good just happiness, prosperity. Yep.
And that's what you guys are going to be doing. You do it every year. You're going to be starting at 6 p.m., right, with the firecrackers down at in Chinatown on King Street, right?
Yes, correct.
Blessing all those businesses. I got to ask you, Shane, a reminder for folks as we see the Narcissus Court, reminder to bring your singles and support the lion and make sure that you have good fortune yourself. Yes. I want to ask you, though, this is physically taxing to do the lion dance, right?
It is. It very much is. Basically, just like anything else, like any sport, you have to do some training in there. The lions, like I said, they're lighter in construction nowadays, but with the movements, the playing, trying to make the lions as lively as possible or lifelike, it can be very tasking, yes, but like anything else, when you're into it, you're dedicated, you'll find that extra strength, you'll find that extra breath, and you'll make it come to life.
You find the adrenaline. So again, for folks, okay, and I'm gonna contribute here as well, I think. All the details, by the way, for the Lunar New Year celebration is online at hawaiinewsnow.com. You can find that on.
Yep, Casey, sorry I had to cut you off, but we ran out of time, and we do have an awesome story written up for you right now on your H&N digital platforms if you are wanting to visit there
Fun
this
stuff
week.
happening in Chinatown this weekend, so go ahead and check it out if you're in Chinatown. Again,
Great
Lunar
food.
New Year's happening this weekend.
Yeah, get some great eats out there, guys. Aloha, everyone. Happy weekend.